Hey guys, welcome to the Lean and Athletic YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about how to squat. I'm just going to be using an empty barbell today. Obviously you're going to want to use weight if you're trying to increase your squat, but I'm just going to show you the form. The first thing you want to do is have your feet about shoulder width apart. Now you want your feet also facing forward or a little bit to the side. Don't get past 45 degrees, that's a little bit too much. It'll start to be a little bit unnatural. You want it to be a natural movement. So you keep your feet about shoulder width, a little bit more, feet slightly out. And when you unrack the bar, now you don't want to have your thumb around the bar. That's very important. I did that for years because I didn't have proper instruction and coaching. My thumb was around the bar, and when it got heavy, like even past 150 pound squat, it really puts strain on your wrists and it hurts for days afterwards. So don't keep your thumb on, because as you can see, if I do that, I'm holding it with my hands and it's resting onto my hands, which is really putting the strain on my wrist, as you can see. So instead, keep your thumb back like this is how you're going to want to hold it. Some people prefer their hands out further. I like them, just outside of shoulder width, kind of making a W with your body like that. So you unrack the bar, and then the next thing we need to talk about is the bar placement on your back. Some people have it really high up on their traps, and some people keep it very low. I like it kind of in the middle. If you have your hand placement like I said, and you really squeeze your upper back, your shoulder blades together, there'll be kind of a shelf. I'll see if I can show you. There should be a shelf, and I can pretty much let go of the bar, and it's against the shelf on my back. That's made by your back muscles and your rear deltoids. So you want to keep that pinned on your back, but don't hold it with your hands. Pin it against your back. The next thing is your knees. A lot of people squat leaning forward. They go like this. That is very bad for your knees, and don't do that. So many people squat like that, and it's ruining their knees. When people say, "Oh, squats hurt my knees," and it's probably because they're doing them that way. So keep your knees behind your toes. If you do the rest of things, you don't really have to worry about your knees because it'll all happen naturally. So other things to remember, keep your chest up during the movement. Don't be rounding your chest down as you go, because that'll take your legs out of the movement, and also it'll hurt your lower back. I like to keep my eyes on one thing the whole time. I don't keep my head up or down. I just look at something straight ahead of me the whole time. It helps with concentration, and it also helps to keep my chest up and my lower back with a good arch, a good natural arch. The next thing is your hips. Now your hips are probably going to be not very flexible. Mine are a little bit stiff today, so we'll see how far I can go down. But you want to get all the way down. You want to get all the way down to below parallel. So I'm going to grab the kettlebell here. If you can't quite get below parallel with your squat, this is something you can do. Hold the edges of the kettlebell and just squat down. And just rest your elbows on your knees. That'll be a nice stretch. And that'll help you get the flexibility you need. Just do that before you squat for a couple sets of 10, 15 seconds. And you'll be able to get down there after a while. I'm going to do a squat. I think we've gone over pretty much everything. One more important thing is to push with your heels on the way up. You don't want to be pushing with your toes, because that'll cause you to lean forward, cause your knees to do a lot of the work instead of your glutes and your thighs, which is what we're going for. So when you squat down, you'll stick your butt out like you're sitting in a chair, keeping your elbow, see how my arm is straight, there's no bends. It's just pushed against my back. Squat down and back up. My hips are a little bit tight, so I'm kind of leaning forward a little bit. Just keep yourself back as far as you can, up on your heels, and explosive movement. That's the squat.